you hear like a swirling noise? It is hot in here, so we turned on the air. Hi, welcome, and this is our third video, and thank you all three of you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back. And now if you're new, you could also subscribe too. That would be awesome, because then I'll have more than 3 as of tonight. We are here at Brow Envy today. As I stated earlier in my intro video, I have come across some great people that are experts in their field that I'm going to be semi-interviewing, conversating, and talking about what they do and how they are experts in their field, and give insight on things that could help you in your decision making when it comes to skincare, enhancements, aging, all that fun stuff. So my experience has been fabulous, and that is why we are here today, because I have ladies all the time ask me, no, you don't have anything on your brows? And it's true. Look, you guys, I have nothing on my brows. You know why? Because they're microbladed. And I got them microbladed 1 year ago as of November. So I'm shy of 2 months. And most of the time I put nothing on. I work in the makeup industry, so I'm having to do a full face every day. And if I do put something on, it's gel. I do have ladies ask me about, you know, did it hurt? Did you bleed? What's it all about? That is why I came here to Brow Envy and Maryellyn, because she is the one that did microblade my brows. The best advice I can give you is do your research. We live in an age that people can't hide their mistakes, really, if they're wanting to advertise their work. If you're not a big internet person, which obviously you are, because you're right here on the YouTube channel, so hello. But if you have problems getting on, get someone to help you and research. If you haven't seen their work, I'm sorry, I wouldn't go to them. Yes, people ask me about my brows, and I have seen people, and they said, oh, I got my brows, you know, microbladed, which I think they're a little confused, because it doesn't really look like microblading. Again, big advice for you is to research it and get physical proof of what you're looking at. I'm very excited to introduce you to the woman behind browenvysd.com, which is Maryellyn. She has been doing microblading over a year now. Yes. And if you wouldn't mind, give them a little background of yourself with brows, because it's kind of your expertise.
Yeah, I waxed brows for about a little over 4 years. I managed a counter, and that's what I specialized in, was eyebrows. And then I just decided to venture off and start my own business. I know the brow really well, and I decided to go get trained. It looked super easy. It's definitely not as easy as it looks. You, like Darla says, do your research. You want to make sure you go to someone that is well trained. I know from experience, because I did go to a training that I did not have a good experience at, and I still didn't feel confident after I finished there. And I made the decision to continue education and go to another training in LA called Microblading LA, that I really felt confident and able to give my clients the best.
Yeah.
Usually I'm better at this than this right now. I'm really ashamed of myself. Okay. I decided to further my education there, and it was definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made. It just gave me the confidence to give my clients the best service possible.
Here's the deal, you guys. When you're doing microblading, or when you're finding and researching someone that does microblading, everybody's gonna say they do microblading, but that she took the extra time. I mean, I was one of her first clients because she waxed me for almost 2 years prior. I knew that she did fabulous brows waxing, so I trusted her, and I know that she's very meticulous, which is so huge when it comes to microblading. She's not just putting something on your brow, a stencil, and putting color. It's not that. It's very meticulous. It's very, I mean, you're using a handheld blade. Right. So it's not something that just anybody can do. So that's going to take us into my first question. What is the main difference between microblading and tattooing? Because I think that is one subject or one key area that people are confused.
Is a very specific technique you draw in hair strokes. So we do use a pigment, like a permanent makeup pigment. It doesn't go quite as deep into the dermis as the old style tattoos used to with a machine.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. For instance, my sister got her brows tattooed like 10 years ago, and they have kind of faded and discolored to, she had very dark hair, so they discolored to like almost like a pink color, where microblading is going to fade away.
Right. So just fade down, and you kind of, personal preference, you come in and touch it up when you feel it's needed to get like refreshed.
Another question, the process. So we kind of touched on the process, but people have asked me how painful it is. I don't have a tattoo. So that is the first thing they said, oh, does it hurt like a tattoo? I really don't know, because I've never had a tattoo, but I have had microblading. You want to touch on the topical numbing and all that?
Yeah, so I do use a topical numbing. I do personally go through the first pass without any numbing, and then I'll apply it during your second pass, is what I call it. So there is some pain involved. I feel like it just depends on your pain tolerance. Everyone's pain tolerance is different. It's very minimal.
People ask if there's blood. I saw none. Either you were really good at hiding it, or
it depends on your skin. I mean, some people do bleed a little bit more. So we beforehand ask you just to stop taking certain medications that might thin your blood or cause you to bleed more. But some people may bleed a little, but when you're leaving, there's no blood. It's not like a big scary mess of a thing. People like picture it to be like they're going to be bleeding when they leave, and that's not even the case.
Right. No, I loved mine personally, like from literally the second I was done. I loved it. Yeah. And I was looking, and my husband was looking at my face like super close going, no way, those are strokes. They really, really look like hairs. So it was pretty awesome. Another difference between tattooing and microblading, and there's another one that I actually just learned about when I came into the studio, because I've only gotten microbladed, but you talked about shading.
Shading, yeah.
I personally only got microbladed, just the strokes. I did want to ask about the colors. Now you have like ample
several
amounts.
colors. Yeah, you can mix and moderate and do whatever you need to. Shading is the other option for someone that maybe has less hair. If your skin's more oily and you're not holding the pigment and it's not getting very good retention, your next option would be shading. We would still microblade through, and in between strokes, we just pack in pigment. It is still done handheld with a hand tool, so it still should fade very lightly. Same process. It's a little bit more, it might get a little more dry when it's healing. I was really a good student, because Maryellyn gave me an A+. Of when I got my brows microbladed, I did to the very last word what she told me to do. So I do a different aftercare now.
Oh,
where you wash them twice a day.
We have a new thing. See, it's been a year for me. I didn't even know.
So there is wet and there is dry healing. Some artists choose to do dry healing, some choose to do wet.
Okay.
I just found that I personally get better results, and it's better just to cleanse them gently twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Other than that, you do keep them as dry as possible. They're open cuts, so you don't want to submerge your face into like a pool or a hot tub or the ocean, or you don't want to sit in a sauna. You don't want to be in direct sunlight for more than, a certain amount of time. If you are, just put a hat on.
Which, if you're sitting in the sun more than an hour without a hat on, I don't know why you're watching this channel, because we don't sit in the sun. My brother sits in the sun, but we don't sit in the sun.
everybody's a good candidate because it is a good option for you to have less maintenance. You don't have to fill your brows in so often. You can fix possibly the shape of your brows or give someone more of an arch.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first two things you just said, it saves 15 minutes of my life
Every day.
Every day. And that's no joke. And about 6 weeks in, again, I think I told you guys I'm 46. I rolled over and my husband said, I think you look younger with your brows being microbladed, which is worth the money right there.
It really is.
She ranges clients from, what would be your youngest?
I've done 18-year-olds all the way until 84 years old,
84.
I think is my oldest.
So it matters to a lot of people. Part of the time that you spend doing your brows, and I know you guys have all done it, is you've gone to the store. This really, really nice girl helped you. She got you the best brow products ever. This is gonna be the best day of you doing your brows ever. And you get one on and it's gorgeous. And you go to the other side and 10 minutes later, you've wiped it off twice because you can't get the other side to look like your first side. I'm so glad that Maryellyn let us come here today to Brow Envy to share a little bit of insight on microblading. It's been a great experience for me personally. Does it work for 100% everyone? No.
Results may vary on everyone, yes. It is a 2-step process, possibly even a 3-step process. I feel like if you do your research, that's a really big deal, and you find someone that knows what they're doing and everything is correct and
just because they're the most expensive doesn't mean they're the best. Right. I mean, research, again, your eyes are not going to lie to you. What you see is what you get. So to close today, I wanted again to say thank you to Maryellyn for letting us come on over to Brow Envy and just pick her brain about microblading and the process and the benefits. I am going to link her information below where you can check out her website and her social media page. Again, check out all of her work. And yeah, you guys have a great day. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Say that 3 times fast. That's it. That's how many subscribers I have right now. It'd be good if you clicked a button and subscribed because then I'd have more. Talk to you soon. Bye.